Okay, my lovelies, we are in lesson 42 in the Course in Miracles in the workbook lessons. And for today we have God is my strength, vision is his gift. The idea for today combines two very powerful thoughts, both of major importance. It also sets forth a cause and effect relationship that explains why you cannot fail in your efforts to achieve the goal of this course. You will see because it is the will of God. It is his strength, not your own, that gives you power. And it is his gift rather than your own that offers vision to you. God is indeed your strength, and what he gives is truly given. This means that you can receive it anytime and anywhere, wherever you are, and in whatever circumstance you find yourself. Your passage through time and space is not at random. You cannot but be in the right place at the right time. Such is the strength of God. Such are his gifts. We will have 3 to 5 practice periods today, one as soon as possible after you wake up, and another as close as possible to the time you go to sleep. It is better, however, to wait until you can sit quietly by yourself at a time when you feel ready than it is to be concerned with the time as such. Begin these practice periods by repeating the idea for today slowly with your eyes closed. Slowly with your eyes open, forgive me, and looking about you. Then close your eyes and repeat the idea again, even slower than before. After this, try to think of nothing except thoughts that occur to you in relation to the idea for the day. You might think, for example, vision must be possible. God gives truly. Or, God's gifts to me must be mine because he gave them to me. Any thought that is clearly related to the idea for today is suitable. You may, in fact, be astonished at the amount of course-related understanding some of your thoughts contain. Let them come without censoring unless you find your mind is merely wandering and you have let obviously irrelevant thoughts intrude. You may also reach a point where no thoughts at all seem to come to mind. If such interferences occur, slowly open your eyes and repeat the thought once more by looking slowly about you. Close your eyes, repeat the idea once more, and then continue to look for related thoughts in your mind. Remember, however, that active searching for relevant thoughts is not appropriate for today's exercises. Try merely to step back and let the thoughts come. If you find this difficult, it is better to spend the practice period alternating between slow repetitions of the idea with eyes open, then with eyes closed, than it is to strain to find suitable thoughts. There is no limit on the number of short practice periods that would be beneficial today. The idea for today is a beginning step in bringing thoughts together and teaching you that you are studying a unified thought system in which nothing is lacking that is needed and nothing is included that is contradictory or irrelevant. The more often you repeat the idea during the day, the more often you will be reminding yourself that the goal of the course is important to you and that you have not forgotten it. I want to repeat that this lesson real quick. God is my strength, vision is his gift. God is my strength, vision is his gift. This is really interesting that the course is saying to you that you cannot fail. There's nothing included in this material that's irrelevant. There's nothing contradictory here. The more that you practice sincerely showing up for 3 to 5 minutes every day, the faster you will begin to embody this unified thought system, which the course is teaching us effectively how to do. So, it can sometimes get a little nitty gritty and like, okay, sorry, I have to get cozy. Um, I'm opening my eyes, am I closing my eyes? And I just want to invite all of us to kind of set down, the need to be perfect. Okay. What is asked of us is to show up consistently. And as you keep diving into the ARC materials, maybe you've already come to this, but the Trust Project, where we move through the qualities of God's teachers. And the second one is honesty. There are 10. And honesty from a course perspective is consistency. And so it is the consistency, even in simply reading the email that you received today with the link to this video, is a step in that direction. We never want to underestimate the baby steps that we take. Think about babies and their first steps in walking. We celebrate and then they fall on their little bums and then they get right back up and we celebrate every little step along the way. And I am here to celebrate with you as you attempt to embrace this unified thought system and to receive the gifts that come with this. Vision is a gift. God is my strength, and vision is his gift. Yesterday in the yoga class, it was really fun because sometimes my nieces come and my daughter and my son were here, and a few of our regulars that have been through the teacher training or are currently in it. And so it was a really high vibrational class. And I thought of this lesson because at the end, I was reminded of a movie that I recently saw with my son, and it's called, what's it called? Doctor Strange. It's one of these Marvel movies. And there's a really powerful point in the movie where there's this like great teacher. They call her the sorcerer, but she is basically teaching humans how to harness their multidimensional powers in the film. And this neurosurgeon doctor is like really not sure, that he thinks this lady's a kook or whatever, somewhere in Nepal. And she touches his forehead and says really fiercely, "Open your eye." And it takes him into this whole kind of astral experience where he's like out of body and just seeing all sorts of, lights and sacred geometry and like all this really cool stuff. And when I thought of this lesson today, I was like, oh, vision is his gift. It's similar, we see things in movies and in books and so forth that remind us that we are multidimensional, that there is more to the eye than we see. And so when we think about vision, we think about seeing beyond what we've been trained to see. We see that window, we see that car, we see that sofa. And we think we know what everything is for, right? Remember the beginning lessons where the content here was inviting us to just say aloud, I don't know what anything is for, to distance us from our third dimensional perspective and to get us into a broader place and to be in the unknown, to accept the fact that your strength is coming from something other than you. It's coming through you. And that's what was demonstrated in the movie as this Doctor Strange started to embrace more of what he was learning. He actually moved very quickly and started to gain his powers very quickly because he had that vision. He allowed himself, to open through the third eye and to trust that the strength that was coming through him was good. It was for the good, and it was to be used in extending the good. So as you practice today, really, distance yourself from this idea of doing it perfectly. Give yourself some time in the morning and some time in the evening when you feel ready. Use the lesson through the day. When you feel weak, say, God is my strength. Vision is his gift. How do I need to see this? How can I see this differently? How can I broaden my perspective? How can I expand only what my body's eyes and see a more, a grander perspective, a more multidimensional perspective? And when we do that, we receive the gifts that we're entitled to: more contentment, more peace, more direction, and the feeling of being on track in this life. ARC is for this. We are here to close the bridge, right? We feel kind of like pulled in different directions in our lives. And ARC, this material, is here to take us from fear and into love and to stabilize us into love, allowing us to see that fear is an illusion that is insane, as the Course says. It is untrue. Separation is impossible, and that you're blessed as a holy son of God. So happy practicing with this lesson. I'm going to record one more for today, and I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with you and really stepping into this really grander version of ourselves that is established in the light, and to continue to close up this timeline gap that we have. Much love to you.